How is everyone doing? I'm Nini FC, this is Blue Lions TV. Welcome to breaking news. Finally, we've signed Higuain. This deal's dragged on for such a long time. And I just can't help but thinking, why didn't we sign this guy in the summer if we're signing him now? And it's just typical of our transfer policy at the club right now. But that's a story for another time. It's good news for everyone. It's good news for Sarri because he's working with the best striker he's worked with. It's good news for Eden Hazard because that means that he doesn't have to play up front anymore. And hopefully, it's going to be good news for all of us because Higuain is going to bang in the goals. But before I break down the details of today's transfer, today's video is brought to you by the OneFootball app. And I'm constantly saying this every single time, but I just don't have another way to say it. In my opinion, I feel like the OneFootball app is the best app to have because it's so convenient. You can get all the information you need on transfer news on players, team news, stats on players as well, score updates, everything you need. So if you guys want to help me out, go to the link in the description below, click on that to download the OneFootball app. Remember, if you do want to help, make sure you click on the link in the description below because each download does get tracked. But getting straight into the main story for today, Higuain is finally a Chelsea player. He has been given the number 9 shirt to wear. Of course, he's signing on loan. And as reported by Matt Law, over these next 6 months until the season does end, we're going to be paying Higuain about 10 million when it comes to fees and wages for the player. So he is a very expensive player. We're paying the full wages for Higuain, which is about 170k per week. And if Higuain does meet club targets, there's the further option to extend this deal by another 12 months. Now, there have been a few conflicting reports coming out from Italy, and they're stating that there are clauses in his contract which state that if he fulfills them, we have to automatically sign the player, and he would cost us £36 million. And the clauses they're talking about are, if we win the Europa League, we'd have to sign him on a permanent, or if we finish 3rd or higher this season, we'd have to sign the player on a permanent. But in my personal opinion, I'm not really taking those reports from Italy too seriously. I feel like that's not really the case. And I think that what we currently have with them so far, where, there's an option to extend the loan by another 12 months and there's an option to buy as well in the deal, I think that's the best solution for everyone. I don't know if we would necessarily agree to those terms that Italian press are stating, but still, you might be curious as to what the whole story's been today. I'm guessing that a lot of you are at work right now, so it is understandable as to why you're not going to be up to speed with things, but don't worry, that's why I'm here. Now, there was great detective work by a Twitter account called Carefree Youth, and he found the flight that Higuain was on. He flew into Farnborough from Milan at 9:58 this morning, and he later then travelled to complete the second part of his medical, because Higuain in fact has already completed some of his medical in Italy. He was in a clinic in Milan completing the first part of his medical, but as the day went on, these reports came out stating that Higuain in fact has passed his medical with the club, and around that time we're basically waiting for him to complete all his press duties and all the photo shoots and stuff like that, so he could be officially announced by the club. Now, the big story today was, would Higuain sign in time to play against Tottenham? Now, this would have been very ambitious. I understand the logic as well. Higuain has worked under Sarri before, so in a way, could this guy just slot in straight into the team? Well, yes and no. We do have different personnel playing this system compared to what he was playing with at Napoli. But in the end, this was too ambitious because if he was going to play against Tottenham, Chelsea would have had to send his forms to the FA before 11:59, so he could be signed in time to play against Tottenham. So around that time, we were all hoping that the forms were sent to the FA in time, because hypothetically, if that did happen, Higuain could have been announced later that day. Now, it is funny because last night reports were coming out stating that Higuain wasn't even going to turn up today, and the deal could have been postponed until this Friday, which wasn't the case in the end. Now, I told you guys in yesterday's News Daily video, it's not as if these guys just make up fake reports. A lot of times there's old stories that resurface again, or sometimes they are fed the wrong information on purpose by the connects they do have. It's how football works. But as I said yesterday, I was hearing from people I know that Higuain was going to be coming tomorrow and was going to be a race against time to make sure he could sign before 12 PM, which unfortunately wasn't the case. And those reports in Italy were wrong in the end, because Genoa are close to signing 2 players from Juventus, Storaro and Pajaka. Now later on that afternoon, of course, there was going to be Sarri's press conference, and Chelsea actually teased us something in the press conference, suggesting to all of us that we definitely need to stay tuned for this press conference. Now, a lot of us were thinking, could they be announcing Higuain and Sarri together? I'm not too sure about that when I first heard it myself, because we've never done something like that before. In the end, it wasn't that, and it was quite smart by Chelsea to do something like that because they want more people to download the app. So if they're going to tease that something might be happening during that press conference, I'm guessing a ton of people downloaded the app. In my opinion, it's a bit bummy, but I can respect the hustle and I can understand why they do that. But Sarri's press conference was quite interesting today. He did confirm that Higuain would be signing later today, so no one needs to worry about that anymore. But he did confirm that Higuain won't be playing against Tottenham tomorrow, which does make a bit of sense because he hasn't even trained with the first team yet, and obviously we couldn't sign him in time to play against Tottenham. Now of course Sarri had a lot of compliments to say about Higuain. He spoke about the fact that he's one of the best strikers that he's worked with, which makes a lot of sense because it's not as if Sarri's managed many big teams. He spoke about the fact that Higuain's going to provide the team with goals, and his overall game is going to help the team out a lot. Now, one criticism that some people did have in regards to Higuain was the fact that he hasn't been too great at AC Milan this season. For example, he's only scored 1 goal in his past 12 games. And naturally, Sarri was questioned about this. And Sarri said that at AC Milan, Higuain was a bit lost and he isn't a failure. Now for me, I get the impression personally that this was probably the same things that Sarri was saying to the board to try to persuade them to sign Higuain. And let's be serious, Sarri has done a lot for this deal because he does like to speak to the players personally. Now that's everything on our new number 9 striker, and I have to say, I think he does look good in blue. And it seems like whenever he wears blue, it gets the best out of him. So let's pray that this season, he's going to be the final solution we need to start getting goals in this team. Now, I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on this deal. When it comes to Higuain and his form at AC Milan, is that going to translate here? And in my opinion, I feel like Higuain is going to get much better service compared to what he's getting at AC Milan. Let's be serious, look at their midfield. Guys like Kessie, Bakayoko, for example, they're decent players, but there's no real creativity. And Higuain mainly plays as a poacher. He needs that service provided from the team. Now, it does provide interesting questions because are we the kind of team that creates tons of chances for our strikers? I'm not too sure. Now, this could be completely different now because we do have a striker who is theoretically much more suited to this style of football. But at the same time, if guys like Alonso and Aspi can't even put any decent balls in the box, if any of our wingers overplay the ball and don't play in Higuain quickly enough, that's obviously going to limit the amount of chances he has on goal. That's my only worry so far, but that's definitely not anything to do with Higuain. Let's be serious, he's not going to be our long-term solution forever, but as a stopgap, he's the perfect solution in my personal opinion, and I think that if we're still going to sign a big name striker for next season, if you've got them and Higuain together, I think that's a perfect solution to have. Yes, Higuain doesn't necessarily perform in all the big games, but I'm sorry, under Sarri that season he was fantastic, and if he has that hunger and that confidence back, that's really going to help things because I constantly say this every single time. Strikers are supposed to complement the team, and it looks like finally we have that striker that's hopefully going to elevate Sarriball. But anyway, you guys, that's going to bring an end to today's video. In the comment section below, give me your thoughts and opinions. Do you think that Higuain is going to be that solution we need? Do you think that he's not going to work out? If you think he isn't, give the context, get into detail. I always read every single comment. You guys, I'm going to keep it moving. I'm working on the match preview now. Thank you for watching. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Lines TV. Welcome to Chelsea, Gonzalo Higuain.